Good evening, everyone. Surprise, surprise, surprise. It is 11 minutes after 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on this glorious third day of October in the year 2021. Happy Sunday to you. Well, as you can guess, we're here suddenly live. It's something I like to do every once in a while, just kind of be a just kind of surprise everyone. And, as you can tell, I was surprised to see that, I swear I just shaved, yesterday. I don't remember very much from my father at all, to be honest with you. He died when I was quite young and he wasn't around a lot. But one of the things I do remember is being in the bathroom with him and him looking at me and saying, whatever you do, don't ever start shaving. Because the first time you shave means you have to shave for the rest of your life. And you know what? It turned out he was right. Didn't turn out to be that great big of a deal after all. More of a pain than anything else. So what are we going to talk about tonight? Well, we're going to talk about sand, sort of. We're going to talk about sand castles. And, this is something crucial that we can forget in our lives, that we can forget in our existence. We get so tied up in the illusion that we forget it's an illusion. We think this is the real deal, and it's really supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be so real that you're fooled into believing it's real. And there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't. As a matter of fact, it's a beautiful part of the process. So in that illusion, we're going to talk about an aspect of that illusion that's easy to lose sight of, So I want to show you what I've been up to for the last little bit here. I got a couple of pictures, and this is our deck. And you can see all these new large 6x6 wood stained and urethaned posts all the way along. Now, the reason that had to be done is the existing posts were pretty old. Obviously weren't done. You can see the size difference. They're tiny. And due to age and the house shifting, etc., they weren't quite straight. Some of them were, just outright bent. And I wasn't feeling comfortable with the amount of snow due to climate change and the wet snow that we're expecting this year. So I wanted to reinforce it. And, while I was at it, we also did a whole new black aluminum railing here, and I did these posts as well to sort of blend in with the Torii gate and the rest of the yard. It's our own little peaceful, tranquil place. And, it is beautiful, and I am grateful that even needing my double fusion back surgery, I can still manage to crawl and bend and twist and hang out under the deck for prolonged periods of time. Almost like I deserve to be under there. But the point is it's only sand, right? All this stuff, all the stuff we do, all the stuff we build, all the stuff we play with, it's just sand on the beach of life. And, that story, and I've told it a few times, and, bear with me, I'm going to allude to it again here. But, as a child, when we go to the beach, and I was lucky enough to be near the ocean as a child on more than one occasion, which was a real gift. But if you can go to a beach, you play in the sand, you build your sand castles, the tide or the waves come in, your sandcastle's washed away. And as a young person, you intrinsically know that it was never your sandcastle. And you look upon that destroyed sandcastle not as a destroyed sandcastle, but as a new palette, a new canvas upon which you can create again. And the next time you come back to the beach, you're going to do a whole new sandcastle. Fast forward into adulthood, and we build sandcastles that, even though they're not made of sand, although a lot of them are, concrete, but they're made with parts of nature. All our creations utilize what we take. We forget that we don't own any of it. We forget that it all belongs to the ocean. It all belongs to that creative sea of consciousness, that ocean of life and love itself. We too are swimming in that ocean of consciousness, part of that love, part of that creative entity. Where in that do we need to get so upset when we find our sandcastles that we've built as adults falling apart? You know, I look upon the work I've done and I can take an appreciation for the effort I've put in. I told Kelly I was going to score myself a 9.5 out of 10 once I put the final bracket in tomorrow. But at no time do I become attached to what I've done. As a matter of fact, I look at it and quite consciously remind myself that none of it's mine. And that it wasn't even really me who did the work. That my concept of me was simply along for the ride. And that nature, which acts through that which I am, is what's actually done the work. And this is true of anything we do in our lives. And when we're willing to accept this, when we're willing to understand that it's all sandcastles, go ahead and build and create and imagine to your heart's content. But allow those sandcastles to fall away. Don't wail and gnash your teeth. Don't get too upset. The canvas is being made clean again. Room for new creations. Room for new expressions. And if you can take this to heart, you need then to go one step further and realize that everyone around you is the same as that sand, all belonging to that ocean, all part of that sea of consciousness. No path an invalid path. No creation an invalid creation, for everything is made perfect and everything serves. You know, as I talked before in the chakra video and the allusion that's spoken in Jacob's ladder in the Bible regarding that, there are angels walking in both directions representing us, either delving deeply into physicality and object obsession, or working to refine our consciousness and move ourselves higher and higher on those rungs. None of that involves taking yourself out of the physical world. What it involves is understanding that you are here to be that child playing on the beach in the sand. And you have nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. Help whoever you may, when you may, in the way that you feel is best in the moment. And know that our eyes deceive us. We can't know the profound depth of the journey that someone chooses to make that we would judge as being intolerable. But we can be there to lift them up when they need. We can be there to support them in that journey, not to turn away from them. This is all part of understanding that it all belongs to the Creator. That there is no separate you, separate from God, separate from anyone else around you or anything else around you. all part of one magnificent whole. That's it. Some good thoughts to start off the week if you happen to be going to work tomorrow. You know, in my supposed retirement, I apparently work every day. And now for food. I was going to say for free, but that's not true. I work to be fed. Namaste, and so much love to you. You are so worthy, and you are so perfect exactly as you are right now in this moment. Have a beautiful night. Good night.